people are now currently stealing our favorite anime and manga and making stuff like this. And quite frankly, they're just laughable. Honestly, I mean, look at this. Especially this one. I chose to redraw it later on in the video, cause my god. These are just one of the many few clips that we're gonna open up the Pandora's box and open the floodgates. Cause this water's just gushing everywhere. There's too much slop on these streets. We gotta talk about it. And quite frankly, it's got me feeling like there is a big red arrow pointing at more real artists, just saying that we do not really care about you. And quite frankly, I feel that way myself too. And what better way to cope by first of all, roasting it.
If you don't know me, and I don't know you, do you make this my bitch? It could be that every guy.
Honestly, if I was to give this whole thing a timeline, I'll probably give it like 2 months. So let's go back. This was during the time when the Sora 2 AI model, I think that was when it dropped, and people were just making hella anime shit with it. This raised a lot of copyright concerns, because like, what do you mean you could just take a character, shove it into this thing, and just make random scenarios that you could? I mean, look at this, bro. Get up!
Finish Shinigami. Like hell I am! Zero!
Like hell I am! Now, honestly, like, I don't know, like, the details of this, and quite frankly, if you come for me for those, I try and do the most research that I possibly can. I know now that recently they stopped the use of copyright material, but I feel like that's not gonna stop people, honestly. If they want to make Goku going one for all and beating One Punch Man, I mean, like, still, even over here versus One Punch Man, he is not winning. Why is his hand so big? Like, his hand's just massive. Where is his thumb at? It seems like this model really only succeeds in doing, like, more, like, static frames of, like, anime, because, you know, there are some lip flap frames, that's what I kind of call them, where they have like still images of the face and more of the animation is either on like the hair or on like the mouth. So in cases where there's like a lot of motion, it just looks very icky. Look at this, bruh. Over here, he just looks straight up like Gohan, bruh. That's not Goku, that's just Gohan. The anatomy's cooked. And the voice acting too. I'm surprised Sora even adds like the voice acting too. It's like, yeah, B, ha! And they all just sound the same, literally. It's just so silly, bruh. And who the hell is this guy, bro? Whose OC is this? Watch this, bro. Someone tried recreating Attack on Titan, just having Levi fight. I don't think I'm gonna get copyright stricken by this. That's just how, like, inaccurate this is. I hope I don't. Please, I hope I don't. Bro cuts it and bro just blows up like a freaking shadow clone. Yeah, you can clearly see that this is just not like, it's crazy. Like, the AI bro is gonna be like, whoa, look at the advancement in technology. But it's like, it still looks ass. And that brings us to our case study of today. Meet Jacob. This guy was not only just made up by me, but he also made up the entire ending of My Hero Academia. Well, one of the episodes. The My Hero Academia episode ended like this. This was with Bakugo coming back to life. An amazing moment. Deku thought this nigga was dead. Straight up. It's like, no way! Our glorious King Bakugo, dynamite explosion god murder man himself. Deku just couldn't hold his tears back, man. Look at these guys, man. The start of a new era. Cannot tell me this is not gas, bro. Look at the attention to detail, bro. Like, I feel like this was the one few times that the anime honestly just surpassed the manga. And the manga on its own is on a different level to the anime. It always was, but dog, we're so back. Before I show you guys this, I need y'all to brace yourselves because like, bro essentially couldn't wait for the episode to drop. So they were like, I'm just gonna put in a prompt to extend the episode to the parts that I wanted to get to. Bro just could not wait a week. And you can't be a manga reader and be doing this. Like, come on, look at this.
Kagan, save All Might now!
One thing I didn't even realize is that instead of a Kachan, it's Kakan. And then also, watch this.
Now!
Why is his voice fusing in with like the background music? And it's just like, they were just getting hate from all this. Obviously, yes, it was very much rage bait. They were trying to rage bait, but it seems like this nigga just straight up believes this stuff. Running this beautiful art with AI, are you out of your mind? And they just replied with this.
The boy became me. The
boy became me. I don't even know what you mean by that, gang. Like, but what you decided to do about that is your fault.
No, don't you dare touch my All Might!
Not only is it like recreating like the whole animation, but it's also trying to like sample like the voice too.
Deku versus Shigaraki is going to be mid now. I took up all the budget.
Wow, you're so cool, dude. It's like bro's trying to show up like, hey, look at this, guys, look at what I made. I don't have to wait for the next episode. And I truly believe this is better than this freaking medium that I can't even do myself. And everyone's like just huddled up by themselves and we're like, yo, you see that guy over there? Like, Yeah, it's kind of weird, bro. He low-key stank too. Hey, I subtweeted. Yes, I am that petty. I was like, hey, niggas like that definitely smell like shit. And then bro's actively fighting this. Bro's just feeding off all the interactions, you feel me? And is giving them attention that their parents never gave him. I'm sorry. Hey, it just has to be said. Where your daddy at? Apparently, bro took it one step further, right? You know how at the end of the episodes, there are always previews as to what's happening to the next episode? Bro took those parts, funneled that shit through the AI. Come on, bro. Let's just see.
OC, I will tear.
Now, what did you say, bro?
OC, I will.
What do you like to eat?
OC, tear society apart, piece
Right.
by piece.
Right.
Save All Might now!
Kaka, please!
I'm coming!
Oh my time coming! This is so stupid. Oh my! Ah! Just mix that in with both sides, bro. Bro just came back to life and his bussin', bro. Look at this, bro. When are you? Why is All Might there?
We will win this! You foolish pest! Give him back! All for one, I am your final boss, you foolish fiend! I am Katsuki to the child!
All for one, I am your final boss. It's Katsuki to the child to you. Nigga saw this shit, I was like, this is beautiful. I'm gonna show this to the world. It's like when you see a guy that's obviously in the wrong, but he's just not willing to take the L. Yes, we can laugh at all of this, but like, we gotta address the elephant, bro. Cause it's like, you're taking the work of a whole team and you're just bastardizing it. Even if it looked good, it's still stealing. Like, you didn't make nothing. This was based off all the work that niggas made over the years, all culminating into this slop that you've just tried to feed us. We're all vomiting from the stench of that spoon, bruh. Ain't none of us eating this, and I'm so glad, because I ain't gonna lie, bruh. This shit is not fun to watch. This stuff kills my brain cells, right? I'm just glad that seeing people not like this, you know, just like echoing that same type of frustration, hey, it makes me not even want to attack them. But hey, I still made this video though, because quite frankly, I feel like people doing this, I've seen like a common sentiment where people are like, oh, I don't have the skill to do that. I just want to make my ideas come to life. People are saying that, yeah, this is a tool, yada, 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 this, that, and the third, but it's based off the work of others, taken without permission. And let's not even talk about the environmental factors, but I also made this video because it's so funny now, looking at these now, when the actual episode dropped, because I purposefully stayed off Twitter for a little bit. You know, I can't really stay off Twitter. I'm freaking addicted. Follow me on that shit. I'm on there more than the Discord. But still, follow the Discord. It's so funny seeing all that now, especially now because the new episode dropped. It looks nothing like it. If anything, there was one recent fan animation that blew up even more now because compared to the actual source, it is really close to what they did. My moral of the story is just don't be like this guy. How do you not be like this guy? Well, I took it upon myself to redraw this whole situation that happened. And I've been trying to draw it for like 2-3 weeks now, and I just can't get around to it. For the first plan of this, honestly, it was to showcase both Deku and Bakugo, just like realizing and just acknowledging each other's presence. I wanted to show off more Bakugo, to be honest, because hey, that's the guy that's stealing the show right now. Bakugo agenda is back at full force. The lovers, hey, sorry Uraraka, you're gonna have to sit in that cuck chair, gang, because the way those guys locked in that episode, I haven't seen a greater lock-in like that in a minute. MHA is so back, y'all. Initially, the plan was to have Deku and Bakugo acknowledging each other with a bit of like the speed lines. And I wanted to just really push those reds and the turquoise green that like showed between both of them. I was kind of like fusing together. If you watch that episode, you can see some effects of Deku's gear shift ability being added to Bakugo as well, just to give him that extra boost. Kind of mixing with that. It was just so pretty and nice to look at. I decided to use that side of Bakugo and redraw another section of him that was just enjoying the battle, bro. When he was laughing, bro, I was like, oh my god. While he was saving All Might, bro, it hit. I read the manga already, but like it hits so hard. Bakugo's voice actor is definitely one of my favorites, bruh. That nigga is gifted. It's such a unique voice actor. He makes Bakugo, and that's something that this shit cannot replicate. I am the final boss. I will defeat you. So I wanted to just replicate that last shot of him upside down with his hand out as well. And I wanted to reflect that with the scar on his chest as well. I feel like there's a lot of symbolism with that. And as a person with a heart condition, it was kind of sensitive to me. So I'm kind of doing like myself that favor as well. And it's kind of therapeutic. me drawing that scar on his heart, because he was also kind of like very like sensitive about his chest during that episode, like he was touching it up, and that's something that I do sometimes, not to make it serious, but hey, I'm good. So every now and then I do get kind of nervous about it, you know what I'm saying? It's just me like getting more and more used to it. So Bakugo is really my guy now. One part of this piece that I really wanted to incorporate too was the explosion part of it. With his hand being the center of the focus of the screen, I wanted to set up the composition in a way that also focused on his explosion quirk and how it has evolved, and how this strange side effect, it just exploding erratically, and him utilizing that set of more massive explosions. I wanted to make the center of his palm the center of his chest too, just to show like the relationship between him and his quirk and how it has evolved, you know what I'm saying, throughout this whole process. You see the vision that I'm doing? Hopefully this comes out good. I'm really afraid to render this, but I'm just gonna throw myself at it. But yeah, I'll catch you guys when I'm done with this. You know, if you guys want more videos like this of me yapping and then just like also doing a redraw as well. Also, if you guys haven't, yep, you done that? Okay, cool. Yeah. It's been about 3 weeks. Yes, it's really been that long. Yeah, this is what I have completed right now. Bro, I struggled with this. I can't even lie. But I think I came to a breakthrough. One thing that I definitely learned is that you just need to just push through, bro. Like, you really just need to trust the vision, push through, keep your eye on the prize. I think I incorporated a lot of things that I learned, and I forgot that you could literally just search up stuff that you want to learn. One of the biggest issues that I had with this was fighting with the lighting. I didn't have like a specific way I wanted to set up the lighting with this piece. Also, because like there's a bunch of different light sources as well. Like in the previous recording, I wanted there to be explosions in the back, but also a spark of like a small explosion in the middle of the chest, but also in his hands more. And if I wanted that in conjunction with the face to the left, the light sources had to like interact in a natural way so that everything, you know, fit together. First part that I started off with was the hair, also just because I was afraid to work with anything else with the other face, so I procrastinated that the most, honestly. With the hair, I kind of like the way I did it. Started off with like kind of like the lighter tones, and then I kind of like found an in-between between the base color that I did for the hair, like the lighter tone, and filled that in as like a buffer. That helped me like find out the range between where I wanted the highlights to be and where I wanted the shadows to be to make the hair really pop out. Tried to set it into like a more like warm tone, like the reference that I had to the left from Horikoshi. Shout out to you, my brother. I was happy with that. I was like, damn, bro, I really need to start getting ahead on the knowledge of the technique I used with the hair. I tried to implement it with the other hair. I don't think I did it as well, but I think it came out okay with the way it did, especially like with the rendering part. It doesn't look that bad, especially like when I removed the outlines as well. It really started coming to life more. I could kind of see it taking shape more, and I could kind of play around with what's already there. Because the visualization is there, I just gotta, you know, bring it out to life. I guess Choso was right. To get to your goals, you need to visualize it. Kind of like the paradox with art is that like you have to kind of help yourself visualize it first to like help yourself finish it. You feel me? I did like the other shadows like on the side of the face. Honestly, I should have worked more on the shadows with the other face, like the face on the right, just because with the explosions too. Well, the explosions are kind of like at the back. So I don't think it's bad if the left side of his head is covered with shadow because the explosions are coming from the back. I don't know, honestly. Let me know what y'all think. I was having so much issues with this that I literally just added everyone on the Discord, link in the description, of like how y'all finish your whips, because it's like it feels like a constant battle every single time, because it's like I'm teetering on the line where I could easily just throw this thing away into the whip bin, or I could actually lock down and lock in and finish this thing, which I just kind of just doubled down to do. Kind of took it as an opportunity to learn more. The issue that I had with this was making that transition from the right side of the face to the left side of the face, because I didn't know how I wanted that to be represented. I didn't want too much hatching, but I didn't want too much blocking, because I feel like it would make stuff look awkward with the piece, especially like with the face being so close up. I'm mostly used to like real life drawings, so I'm used to like different hatching techniques and showing that transition between light and dark. You feel me? Whether it be using more hatches close together or crossing them out lesser as it goes. And I was trying to implement that with this, but with the colors. Just kind of like show like a painting sort of technique, but with cell shading. I don't know. Still don't like the right side of like this side of the face. I feel like I could have done better with that. It was just kind of weird trying to make that transition between the lighter side to the mid tones to the dark side. But I think everything started coming together more when I started putting in more of the dark tones and I was removing the goddamn lines. I think I might have started off with sketches and along the way just ditch the sketches, because that really holds you in. It really like constricts you into like a certain form of way of completing the piece rather than just letting it flow. You just gotta let yourself bust and flow. So I finished the lower part of the chin, started doing up more like the darker tones of the areas, and everything was actually starting to look a lot better. I thought I was done with this, and then I forgot. Where's the blood? Bakugo has just been at war. He's not out of the woods just yet. At this point, they seemed pretty bland, but I felt like there was a lot more that I could do with it. Obviously, I had to take into account like what I want the person viewing my art and what I want people to focus on the pieces, and quite frankly, that was the faces, as both the expressions and the eyes are what stand out the most in this piece. So I focused on the blood, as I feel that really helps like with the expression as well. Just made the whole piece just look a lot more interesting, like color-wise. There's a lot of oranges, there's a lot of browns, there's a lot of yellows with hints of greens. I feel like the red will really pierce through and really like add intensity into the piece as well. Obviously at some parts it like overlapped like with the hair because of the way the layers were, but don't worry, we fixed that later. I was focusing more on like the background, and I was kind of like really in my groove. Dude, I was in my bag. Like doing this background, I thought it would take a lot longer. It took like an hour, and that was just me just going. I was seeing things coming to life a lot more, and it really like helped link that bridge of uncertainty in my mind. With the gloves and the clothes, I found this like cloth texture. I don't know which type of texture it was, but I felt like it would be great for the gloves. I was like, let me just experiment it and try and put it on the clothes too, and it really fit nicely. I reduced the opacity on it just so that it didn't stand out too much, just because I feel like the shading on the other shirt, on like his like, you know, his like turtleneck thing on his hero suit was like a lot more detailed and had a lot more depth to it, so I didn't want like the texture to like overshadow that, so I wanted to make it like blend into it. So I think I just like, I used a black and white effect on it, and then I think I used a multiply, then I reduced the opacity like crazy. And then for the hands as well, I kind of wanted to make it pop out a bit more. I was working on the background, started up doing the rendering process. I didn't really know what to do with the rendering. I was just mostly focused on like where the lighting was. With my knowledge of doing thumbnails, I kind of wanted to make everything pop. That's kind of like what I like to do, and that definitely like bleeds well into this, and a lot of you guys on Twitter noticed that too. Shout out to y'all. This is honestly one of the things I could do other than being bro. Don't be like him, y'all. Like there's so much more you can do by yourself, and I feel like Noel Miller said it best. It's moving the chance of letting people know what it takes to actually learn a skill, and it prevents us from getting that satisfaction, because it's just, yes, it's coming to us quicker, but I don't even think it's even to that same level. When you take your time to learn and craft a skill, going through the ups and the downs, I mean, like, bro, look at last year with my, it wasn't the best, but at the time I thought it was great, right? Now I can look back and see the errors in it, and honestly even maybe redraw. I'm not gonna redraw that shit. Don't let situations like these get you feeling some type of way when someone's like just easily just recreating these kind of things that take a whole team and take someone's creative control to do so, because these are just imitations. And even if, and honestly when, because hella money is being poured into this, whenever it gets to a point where it's like not goofy and funny to like laugh at, still remember that this is something that has no substance to it. It doesn't have as much depth as you may think. It's created to make you feel like it has depth. Quite frankly, it doesn't really have that much depth into it, and I feel like that's what the soul of what the depth, the struggles, and all the highs and lows that you have with it is what makes your art, right? Like even not just like digital art, music, the freaking sculptures, movies, posters too, right? I mean, it's like the process of it all, that's what art is, not necessarily the final product. Like and subscribe, join the Discord, Twitter, everything down below, and check out this video too while you're at it. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I definitely want to do more redraws. I miss doing them, bro. I feel like I'm a lot better now. So hey, let me know what you think.